Hey channel, Fernando from SkyFi Audio. Today I'm pleased to announce a new model that we just released. It's a collaboration with J-Quarter out in the West Coast for a unique reel-to-reel from Tascam made specifically for SkyFi Audio. So this is a limited release. There's going to be 4 pieces available. This is the one of 4 essentially. We're taking pre-orders for the rest, which should arrive about a 30-day interval. The machine is based on a Tascam BR20, which is a semi-professional reel-to-reel. You might have found this in a studio, but not for the main recording, but essentially to transfer material from one deck to another. You'll notice that the aesthetic is to match that of a modern McIntosh piece, and that's not a new concept. If you look over here, we've done this many times with Technics reel-to-reels. For example, this is the RS1520. So you can see it will match perfectly with McIntosh system. So McIntosh never made a reel-to-reel recorder, and a lot of aficionados want the coherent look. They want it to all kind of blend in together, and that's why that machine there was developed. Now, I do like the Techniques a lot, but I did some work on a Tascam not long ago, and I really love servicing it. I like the design, the layout, the quality of the components. It's a much later piece in terms of design and execution than the Techniques. So it has a couple more modern features on it. It's card-based. A lot of the potentiometers are sealed. Really nice machine to calibrate, easy to tune. So, you know, when I spoke to J-Quarter about this, I said, I understand you could do this. Let's do a run of 4. And he was kind enough to do this. And this is number 1 out of 4, and that's all that there will be done. Unlike the Techniques lineup, the Tascam has a digital counter, which I absolutely love, hour, minutes, and seconds. It is a high-speed machine. It can do 15 IPS, and it's super nice here because it also has an AB and IEC equalization on the fly, so you can just flip a switch and do both standards. Going through the button layout, here we have mostly the controls for the digital readout. We've got an autoplay feature here, the ability to spool. Here are tape controls and some memory positions as well, which is kind of cool. Now, frankly, I haven't played with any of this. I have to get a little more familiar with it. Moving over here, we've got essentially the status for each of the 2 channels, left and right. This enables the record, and this selects between input and reproduction. So this is essentially tape and input source. Here we select the reel size, whether it's small or large. As you can see, this can take the large reels as well as the small ones. Here we have inputs and outputs per channel. I mentioned the EQ before, reference level, high and low, output calibrated or uncalibrated, and same for the input. Here are tape speeds between 7.5 and 15 IPS. And a pitch control. This allows us to essentially either lock or make the pitch, the speed of the tape, variable. And here's a monitor output for the headphones jacks, which is right here. Now, it took me forever to find where the power button is. It's all the way up there for it. The machine has been fitted with a super high-end 3D printed hub adapters, and these are with aluminum hubs, and they come with a fancy little wrench that lets you essentially tighten them nicely. So they do, it's a clamping system that clamps into the existing spindle. And then the removal of the take-up reel is just essentially a pull and a shift. Hard to do with one hand, but there it is. These are super high quality aluminum take-up reels. I thought it was a perfect match when we spec'd these out. So is the sort of the green themed center hubs. The sides were finished in essentially a semi-gloss Formica finish, very nicely, and you can kind of see the detail here that follows through with the gloss. Now in the back, this is where things get really interesting. You'll notice we've got both inputs and outputs in both single-ended and balanced. Let me get a better shot. Here you go. That's our inputs in XLR, followed by the RCA equivalents, and then the outputs in the same RCA and XLR. Now this accessory port, it looks like an old parallel port from a printer in the 1980s. Probably some sort of umbilical remote control, some hardwired remote control, or some sort of way to tie this into a console so you could control its functions. Here we say 2-track recorder, reproducer, the 120 volt model. So this is a US market. And it looks like that's about it for the back. It does have some feet in case you want to lay it flat on its back, but I suspect most audiophiles will want it standing up proud. Oh, I forgot to mention one of the most unique features on the machine is that it has an integrated speaker. Now obviously you're not going to use this as an audiophile, but sometimes it's nice to be able to hear that the music is in fact coming out, not just rely on the meters. So as you can see, that's what we got there. And so here it is in action. Quite a beautiful piece of kit. Now including in this listing is going to be the machine obviously. It's got the upgraded feet, the upgraded panels, the upgraded fascia, these take-up reels, there will be 2 of them included, and the updated hub adapters, as well as the aluminum wrench to tighten it all up. Now if you need cables, do reach out to us. We've got some great stuff from Kimber that will go nicely with this machine. We can do a package for you. In terms of functionality, it is absolutely working perfect. This was disassembled, reconditioned, and put back together to the absolute latest standard. It was fully calibrated, biased, and it will include this test tape, which is a kind of a mixed artists. So it is a few hours worth of tape at 15 IPS, included with your purchase, so you can get up and running right away. If you're new to reel-to-reel recorders, well, why do audiophiles buy these? For a couple of reasons. One, I mean, look at this thing. It's absolutely stunning. It's really the centerpiece of any good audio system. Second, a lot of people have some really cherished recordings, probably on vinyl, that they don't want to wear out and perhaps archive. And taking a vinyl and archiving it digitally is a bit of sacrilege. So a reel-to-reel is the highest quality format you're going to get that is fully analog. And secondly, there's a ton of tapes on the market that are available now. They're super expensive, $400 or $500 each, but they're, you know, descendants of masters of really, really high quality recordings that you can buy for a lot of the most popular musicians. And I'll link to a few websites below in the comments for you to go through the catalog and see if something grabs your attention. As you can see, the functionality is silky smooth and dead quiet. The hub adapters, the motors, the spindles are just absolutely lovely. I mean, you can barely hear this thing. Now, once it gets up to full speed, you will hear some of the wind that it's moving, but it is about as quiet as it's going to get. I think the only machine this quiet in my shop is going to be the $50,000 Nagra that I've got. Absolutely lovely. Those are the brakes in action and total dead standstill. Let's do the same thing and fast forward. There it is. Now the packing is absolutely bomb-proof. This is the box it's going to come in with tons and tons of foam, probably 3 inches all around and maybe 6 inches in certain areas. And that's pushes down on the machine so it doesn't crush any of the hub adapters. All right, I hope you've enjoyed the video. SkyFiAudio.com is our website where you can see all this insane equipment. We've got 500, 600 pieces at this point listed online, so do visit us online. Like and subscribe if you like these videos, especially if you like when I do kind of off pieces like this. Let me know in the comments. I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate you watching. Take care.